Alright guys, what's up? We have an update on the John Wick Glock project. Okay, pretty big updates. Let me start with the first one. I ordered it, okay? I am praying that it comes out alright, man. I sent this last design to him probably about a week ago, and then we're talking and we're okay with it, okay? You can see I added a new little space right here. This is going to be, and I'm trying to get my friend to do it. He's got a Shapeoko, a big CNC machine. He does a lot of custom woodworking. He's the one I'm trying to get to do the John Wick logo right here. And the new one I added I want a big old Terran Tactical logo. The reason I put this in here is I don't want to see this dead space. If I didn't have that logo or that idea in here, we would see dead space. Okay, so I don't want that in there, so that's why I put this logo in here. And this is where we're stacking the coins. We're stacking the coins, you know, just like they do in the movies. I was thinking, hey, do we put the coins down here to spread them out? And no, we're going to do it movie style. And then we have the pencil. Alright, I did 3 pencils, like one kind of dry, one kind of medium, and then one kind of just super bloody. We're going with the medium. We got the 4 mags here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the high kappa here, the Glock here. At first I was like, hey, do you want space for base plates here? Yeah, if you want to have a mag in the gun. We didn't go with that. Okay, so that's a no-go. These sketches are just basically what I do is I make a video and I talk to them as we do it. You know, just like I'm talking to you guys. So I ordered that. They said it takes 8 to 10 days. I paid for the the oops, I made a mistake thing. So hopefully I didn't make a mistake. If I did, I got the insurance on it. Only $8, and then what I have to do is you have to ship that one back, and then you obviously adjust the size and anything if it doesn't work out. So I like that. Second big thing, Pro-Ins. We bought 4 Pro-Ins. Okay, guys, Pro-Ins works the best with them. He loves Pro-Ins. I love Pro-Ins. I just, man, as a skirmisher, guys, who doesn't love lightweight? It's not ideal for IPSC. Because IPSC, you want the fast mags, you want the heavy mags to drop out and then move to your next target. So it's not something that's popular at IPSC. I would say it's mainly for skirmishers. You know, definitely skirmishers who are, you know, you gotta be well off because these aren't cheap. But man, I love them. Okay, now check a look at it. We can't accept that. He's on the same page, so I'm excited. This is another project we're doing, and I already got it okayed. I have to make sure I can say his name first. Okay, I will probably if he's already okayed the project, but I got to make sure like I can, you know, say who's doing it first. We're doing the Terran Tactical logo on here. Okay, this is no way we can, you know, we're going balls to the wall on this project. There's no way we can accept it. So I was happy that he said he'd do the laser engraving. So we're going to laser engrave here. The thing is, I want to see if we can get the fit. Like you can see on here, this is how they do it. And the real steel, obviously they don't have all these holes here. The good thing about the Pro-In is we have all this room here. But this is now where I'm struggling with, you know, where do we put it? If we put it, you can see the high kappa is the biggest one. It's only got one hole in this hole. The retainer pins right here, though. So this is where I'm fighting on myself because we could put the T here, but then I feel like it would be weird because all the mags, you'd be looking at all the high kappas and they're all here. But if we put it here, you can see what they did here is they shrinked it underneath the pin here, so it's a little bit smaller, and then you can see obviously it's gonna miss here. So I don't know. I think in reality we're just gonna go with this route. I would love to put it here, but I feel like that's gonna be, I don't know. I'm probably gonna copy these guys to make it more, you know, streamlined. But that's the only thing unfortunately, and I have to take these apart. Okay. So I gotta take those 4 apart, and I'll figure out, and I'll talk with him as well. And then the other thing I want him to laser engrave is this. I just want to put a Terran Tactical logo on here. So he's going to do 5 things for us. And then hopefully my other friend will do these 2 logos, 1 and 2. And if these guys, if they go through and everything, the next video I'll definitely, you know, promote them. I need to do that because, you know, it's very, I'm happy that they're doing for me. It's not easy finding people that you can, you know, trust or know to do these kind of projects. Alright, next thing, we got the Glock barrel done gold. Remember, it started showing, you know, damage here from, you know, testing and firing the gun. So I was like, hey, you know, I'm doing the anodizing project with other customers. You want me to throw in your outer barrel? It'll be gold. It won't be bronze like the original color. No problem. He was cool with it, so we're good with that. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this in at the last minute. We already know it works, so I'm gonna be testing in this guy, or I need to go find. I have like a Glock 34 barrel, because I realize it's not it's 17, but I have a Glock 34 outer barrel somewhere else, that like one of my used ones that I can test in his gun, and so we're gonna do that. That's the first thing we're gonna do, so we can keep this guy nice as good as long as we can, because we know it works. Nothing's really changing here. The only thing that will change, and I want to test, is this guy. Just came out recently. It's the high efficiency piston head for Glock 17. I'm curious to see if that's gonna just up it up for us or anything. And so I'm gonna try that out. Okay, and then I got some eye keys for him. One for high cap and one for Glock. I got this. I'm not sure if we're going to use it or not, because I already did polish the pins, and technically speaking, you know, these are supposed to be black from the, you know, real steel. So I'm going to replace this guy. I have an extra one in black, so we'll replace that. And what else? I can't think of anything else. We got this, the eye keys. Oh man, I have to really pay attention to, especially where he's coming from. This setup won't, I already did it for his high cap. This setup won't even pass. So it's 1.3 joules with 2 O's. This won't even pass. So I need to make sure I reassemble this. And this guy should definitely pass. I barely passed with the high cap, and I put in the stock inner barrel bucking and the stock TM. I have a complete extra hop-up unit for him for his, to make sure he, you know, he passes so the gun's legal. Okay, and that's what I'm going to be shipping it. I'm going to be shipping it in its legal state, and obviously these are going to be the ones that are just a little bit more overpowered. So probably, I think he said he'll be using it in his backyard. So I was like, wow, man, that, because, you know, out here, guys, in California, in America, it depends on the field you go to. But my local field, Hollywood Sport Park, for the longest time, I don't know now because I haven't been in a while, but it's 400 FPS with 2 O's. We don't even do, they don't even check joules. It's just, they check 400 FPS with 2 O's. And then he was telling me about, hey, you know, I got to make sure it's 1.3, so I'm going to rebuild this setup. And since it's 97 versus, you know, 113, we're good. This is, I know this will pass 1.3 and be safer if it gets hot. The high kappa, I'm a little worried about. I'm even considering, excuse me, I'm even considering, like, you know, putting like scratching in a barrel, or putting in some FPS reducer there, just to make sure that thing doesn't shoot over 1.3 joules, because it's right there. I sent him a video, and I think it was like 1.279, and that was like 76 Fahrenheit here. So that, I worry about that. Or what I'll probably do is actually, I should reduce his inner barrel length. I should get him a 97. So I gotta find a stock 97 that I have in here. Okay, I know what to do now. So I need to reduce his barrel length, or I could even just chop it, and don't even recrown it. No. Shit, I don't know. I'm conflicted on that, because I don't want him to get in trouble. I just don't know how strict they are over there. So like our fields, like, they're not very strict. Okay, they're strict, but they're not super strict. And it's, you know, it's sad to say, but some of these guys chronoing us, I would probably say at my field, man, they don't really, you know that much sometimes. And so if you're skilled, you know what to do. You can kind of, you guys get what I'm saying, you can kind of game them which I will never advertise and recommend, guys. Always make sure you play to your field. You don't want to scare off people. You don't want to overshoot. You don't want to have a gun that's shooting too hot, because guess what? You're only going to hurt airsofters. You're only going to hurt us if you do that to, you know, some pub player or something like that. You don't want to do that. So I'll figure it out. I think what I'll probably do is get another 97, give him a 97. So this one we're fine. Glocky's fine. I think I'm gonna go find a 97, and this he can have the 113 stock and the 97 stock, and he can switch. Okay, that's the smarter one. So I'm not gonna cut and ruin it. I'm gonna look for another stock. All right, sorry guys, I was talking. I don't know. I was thinking about all the stuff I need to do. So Pro-Ins, we're getting anodized. I need to take. Not anodized, laser engraved. I need to take these apart. The case that's coming in. I ordered, and it was like wasn't that bad, guys. Like $87 for this to be custom cut and the foam. I think that's not bad. You know, custom cut. If it comes out like if I didn't mess up and it comes out beautiful, I'm gonna be so excited. I'm so excited for this. They said 8 to 10 days for manufacturing, or I mean the factory process or whatever. So we're looking at probably another week, and if I didn't mess up, then we're good. If I mess up, then it's shit. You know, I'm gonna have to send it back, and then that's another week or 2 weeks. Okay, so I'll update when we get. I'm probably this is gonna. I imagine he'll get done before this guy, because he doesn't waste every time I went to him. He was very good. He didn't waste time. This is the hard one. I gotta push my friend for this, cause he's very busy. Like he works for. Okay, yeah, he's busy. All right, that's just an update on the John Wick project. I'm gonna work on building this. I'm gonna test this guy out. I don't know if we'll do a separate video or not, guys. I mean, it's just a piston head. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I like these. These are very good at keeping a good seal. Let's see, I don't like testing products in my customer gun, so what I'll probably do is test in my gun first. Yeah, I'm going to test it in my gun first. If I like it, I'll put it in his. And I'll be able to tell right off the bat if I like it. I can probably put a couple thousand rounds into this first. Make sure it doesn't expand or anything. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't think I've done an official video on it yet. I actually don't know if I did. The new Guns Modified nozzles, I don't like them. Unfortunately, guys, what's going on with them, I like the old ones. Okay, that's an old one. The brand new ones, the ones that just came out maybe like what, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, guys. They're the newest ones. If you just check his Facebook, you know, they'll have like the new basically, if you look at the rocket valve, guys, it's a different design. It's not your technical, you know, normal rounded one. All right, if you got the one that's the new one, one issue that I've been having with it, I've been testing, because I finally picked up some and I was just testing them, is depending on the magazine strength. If you got a stiff magazine spring, if you're running drum mags, it bends that loading ramp really easily, and what it does is it causes it to jam. But if I were running, like, I think in one customer's book, and one customer actually picked it up and put it in his, and he didn't have any issues. And I was running only TM mags with his, and you know, his magazine spring. So I think it's really based on the magazine spring, or whatever your spring strength, the pressure it puts on the ramp. And then if you put like a bunch of BBs in there, I think it's like a combination of those two things, because it would work in certain mags, and other mags it wouldn't work. And it was very consistent. It worked really well with the TM mags. And then, you know, I tested myself, and I put a Guns Modify in. Which one? Oh, I put it in the blue one. I put a Guns Modify in my blue one, and I've been testing it, and he works fine with Pro-Ins, but doesn't like the tap drum when I'm pushing the button to, you know, wind it up. And it bends and then it jams, and you know when it jams, because it will kind of like half push it, and the gun will jam. It won't function. You have to, you know, knock out the BBs. So I haven't done an official review on it, but if you're watching this video, Keep an eye on it. Is it a nozzle I'm going to recommend for anyone? No. Just based on the loading ramp issue, I'm not going to recommend it. Does it still work? Can you have success with it? Yes. I've seen it before in my customer builds, and then my blue gun is working, but if I switch and use different mags, it doesn't work. So it's kind of picky. So if you have the old ones, you guys should be fine. Not the original ones. The original ones were doo-doo, right? Even he admitted it. He admitted that's when they weren't doing it themselves, and then they started doing it themselves. And then the newest one, I think he tried changing the material, and then he started changing the design. If you see the dipping design on the rocket valve, that's the newest one. Okay. I think that's it, guys. That's just an update on the John Wick project. So laser engrave case is coming in. We got this, but I'm going to test it on my guns first before I put it in his, because I don't want to. If I don't like it, it's not going in. And will I do a video on that? I'm not so sure, guys. Okay. Alright, I'll see you guys around. Take it easy.